Firstly, the character you just saw in the intro is the swordsman Chriso. As you know, since you totally watched Devlog 0 before coming here, my game has tag team fire DNA, and therefore the characters in my game are rather important. Between devlogs, I'll be pouring over the animations of my characters, though you won't always see when I do it, or to say that'll be my excuse whenever I don't have crazy progress to show, such as this week. Now, what did I do this week? Every mechanic in a game must be necessary. Irrelevant mechanics ought be removed. That's my game dev take on Chekhov's gun, a narrative principle from Russian playwright Anton Chekhov, named as such as an example of the principle itself. If in the first act you've hung a gun on the wall, then in the following one it ought be fired. Needless to say, I pick and choose mechanics for my game based on this principle. So, why add wall jumps to a fighting game? I'd be lying if I said they greatly influenced the building of combos. Well, at least compared to wall bounces, which I've also added. Wall jumps only really serve to add varied movement, which is grand for a platformer, Hollow Knight and the like, but only really grants a brand new way to stall in a fighter, such as my game. Stalling. Yep, that's my defense. I added wall jumps as a new way to stall. Of course, they provide other benefits than just stalling, like adding to combos and granting new ways to avoid attacks, but honestly, the main idea is that it lets you stall. But stalling is bad. It's boring and horrid. Well, even in traditional fighters, there are ways to stall. Blocking, jumping / air stalling, dashing. They're probably not there just to give stalling. They also expand combat and the like my wall jumping, though they're better at it. But still, they can lead to stalling. So how do they deal with that? Well, with a timer. A timer that's against the player or players in fighting games. I don't need to fix the problem, I can just slap on a new mechanic that discourages it. But of course, wall jumping wasn't the only way to stall. There were other ways, so the timer serves more than one purpose. But the idea is you, as a new player, see wall jumping as a safe way to deal with encounters. But as time goes on, and time runs out faster than you, relying on stalling for safety, can finish enemies, you'll end up getting overrun. This is there to teach you that stalling, though seemingly cool, isn't as good as it sounds. If you truly stall ever more, then you will never win. Anyways, that's all for this week. Doesn't feel as much as last week, but you know, it's slow goings in game dev. All the same, hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like, comment, and subscribe. Till we meet again.